Devin, congrats on the win. Coach filled us in and let us know you're playing through a pretty serious injury, but you decided to grit through it and make plays for your team.
Yes, sir.
So what went into that decision, and also what went into that play, that scoop and score for you that really flipped the momentum in the game?
Honestly, when I came here, coming in with guys, Kyle, Meeks, all the transfers, and just coming into a new team, we all gelled pretty good, became brothers. So I knew from the beginning of the season, I just wanted to play for my brothers, go out and fight with my brothers. So when I figured out I had the injury, it was just like, okay, can I play through it? Is it something I need to fix now? And once they said, no, you can play through it, take it week by week and stuff, it was just like, okay, as long as I can be out there for my brothers and whatever I can do for my brothers to win, that's all it is. Nothing's bigger than the S, Coach says. So it's like anything I can do for my brothers. And the play, it was just, you do it in practice, you do it in a game. We work on ball. The ball's the program. Punched at the ball. Well, I was grateful for it to come out and then, fortunate to take it to the house. So it's a blessing, honestly.
Even as a transfer, how important is it for this group, regardless if you started here or you are here now, to put Syracuse back on the map?
Honestly, it means everything. It's been a while since Cuse has been on a winning thing. No, not to try to talk down on my brother that's been here, but it's been a while. So to bring back the winning culture of Cuse and show everybody that Cuse is back, baby, and that this is just the beginning. It just starts here. This is just the first season. So it's honestly, like I said, a blessing.
Thanks.
Kyle Jackson just made a bunch of big boy plays on the Miami DBs all day. At what point did you sort of realize he was capable of being that type of player?
Probably spring ball. He, after every single drive, every single, little series we do in practice, he'll come and meet with something saying, he's open and, just give him a chance. And then I think, you saw that on full display today. I think he's probably the most competitive player I've ever played with. He loves to compete. And when they left him one-on-one, I was going to take that shot every single time. I think he gets a lot of great reps against our DBs in practice. And then just came out and balled out today, as he's been doing the entire year.
Jackson, you talked earlier last week about just how much the opportunity to play wide receiver here has meant to you. I have to ask, when you were at Georgia, were you like, I should be playing over these guys, or are they so good that you sort of you got it?
I mean, honestly, of course I felt like I should have been playing. But you see what they're doing in the league now, like Ladd McConkey, Brock Bowers, who else? Kamari Lassiter, everybody I play with, they're great players. And honestly, patience is something that I learned at the University of Georgia. And patience is a big thing when it comes to football. Because as a high schooler, you're the man of your high school team. You think you should come in and be that man on the college team. But no, everybody's that man in college. Everybody was that man at their high school. And honestly, man, I'm just blessed to be able to come and play with Kyle, come and play with Devin, come and play with Quint, man, and just create these bonds that I know is going to last a lifetime. And honestly, I'm just happy I was able to go out there and just, like Dev said, win for my team.
Grant, two-part question. Are you surprised they kicked that field goal on their Miami's last possession? And I think I noticed you right after the game when everybody's jumping on the field, you ran into a corner of the field. It looked like your family. Can you explain why was that moment so special for you? Who was there to share that moment with you?
There was my mom, my grandmother, my dad, my aunt, just a whole bunch. I have a big support system, and that's where I got to give credit to, because without them, man, football, I don't know, because they're there for the ups, they're there for the downs. So this big moment here, I just want to go celebrate with them, thank you for believing in me, thank you for supporting me, because without y'all, I don't know if I would have the same push that I do. There's some games or some days it's like, oh, man, but I go back to them and think, I still got them, I still got my brothers too, it's just a happy moment.
Mario and Quint, Coach said, fourth quarter, crunch time's the Quint time. What's it mean to have that trust from Coach Brown, and what's a win like this mean to you?
Just going out there with my guys, like we do in practice, Bloody Orange, Tuesdays. Our last drive is kind of like that day on Tuesdays for practice every day. Just pounding every time. And when you get the ball, just hitting up with defenders and, driving for 5 yards, 6 yards, and wearing them out, I think, and just wanting more. At the end of the day, I think just wanting more.
Kyle, this team has 9 wins. You have a lot of individual records this season, but when you look back on it, I know the game's just over, but when you look back on it, what do you want your influence on Syracuse football to be? When people think of you, what do you want people to think about?
I just want to be the one who helped bring it back to what it once was, and I think that's a testament to this team. Getting 9 wins this year, I couldn't have done it, with obviously the O-line, the receivers, running backs, all that. And then I think the defense stepped up and played huge today, and I think that was everyone's goal. Obviously wish, we could have a few of those games back and have a chance to play in the postseason. But at the end of the day, I think, this win just kind of shows that Syracuse is for real. And so to be a part of that team that turned things around and, got things going in the right direction, I think that's, that's going to last forever.
When Fran was in your living room last year, when Fran was in your living room, like right there, first guy in, when the portal opened, you guys talked a lot about life, but you had to talk some football, right? I mean, did you envision that this could be what you could do here at Syracuse?
It's exactly what he said I would do. And I think that, every coach is going to tell you that. But I think one thing about Fran is he's genuine. And if he says something, he's going to, do everything he can to prove that, his word is true. And I just, I look back on it, and I think everything that he said came true. And, I know I said this last week, but, it's definitely the best decision of my life to come here.
Devin, when the team goes down big like that in the first half, what is the message from the coaches and the leaders on the defensive side to get the unit right back on track?
Just go back to what we know. Go back to the same skills and stuff that we're taught in practice. We know what type of defense we could be, and it was just, let's lock in, really. It was just, come on, let's play together. Let's calm it down, giving up 21 points is, that's like, wow. So when we really sat down and saw the doctor at halftime and stuff, it was like, okay, we got to lock in, get the ball back to Kyle and let him do what he does best.
Kyle, I'm sure that you're a lot more focused with what's going on with Syracuse, but does it give you any extra satisfaction? You already know what I'm going to say. Does it give you any extra satisfaction knowing that the same day you outdueled Cam Ward, beat Miami with this team, that Ohio State scored 10 points and lost to Michigan?
Everything comes full circle.
LeQuint, obviously 2 big runs for you, a couple hurdles. Just how much did that inject some juice into this team, and how often do you practice hurdling people in practice?
I don't think I ever hurdle anyone in practice. I think probably a couple times, but not that I remember though. But it was just the instincts, and it just means a lot, balling out here with my brothers, and with the dome, so when I came out, it was just electric, and why not, make big plays, for my teammates and the fans so, we can get that momentum back. Why not?
Kyle, when you look back on this season, obviously there's been some highs, some lows. Probably haven't had much time to reflect on it yet, but if you have, is there a favorite moment of yours or a moment where you knew what this team could be, potential-wise?
I think potential-wise, after that Georgia Tech game, I had a pretty good understanding that we were going to be able to compete with everybody we played. And then I think my favorite moment is today, without a doubt. I think, being down 21-0, you're back against the wall, and, we just kept swinging and fighting. Then to get, a top 10 win at home in the season finale, I think is just, the cherry on top of it all.
Over here to the second row, then Stephen back.
Jackson, for a lot of the season, the offense has been by committee every week. The wide receiver room actually has been by committee every week. What does it mean to you for this to be like your week, your big week? You know what I'm saying? Have a big game today, have the game that you had. I'm just able to go out there and do my job, man. Coach Ross always preaches the game is always on us. The game is always on the receivers. When it comes down to it, we got to make the plays. And last week it was Gil. This week is me. The week before, I think it was Treb and OG. Like, you see how it just rotates. So as long as, we got Kyle and we got the O-line protecting, I feel like it's no team that we couldn't beat. So, like I said, just being able to go out there and just giving it up to God, honestly.
LeQuint, this question's for you. You've obviously been here a few years now. Fran Brown comes in and he talks about these, championship dreams that he has.
Did you buy into that right away? Do you feel like he's going to lead this program to a championship? And I guess the second part of that question is, what does today's win mean to that vision and what he's building and kind of putting a stamp here on year one?
For sure, it means a lot, and not just talk about it, but be about it, walk about it, and you know, when your chance come, you know, you want to take advantage of that chance, and I think it comes down to having coaches back, you know, keeping his word and things like that. So why not go out there and perform for him? And you know, we wouldn't be able to do it if we wasn't together as a unit. And I think that goes back to us working out in the cold and, you know, in the snow when nobody really knew what we were doing and things like that. And mat drills, too.
Last two for the players, we'll start with Aiden in front and then finish with Chris in front.
Yeah, Kyle, knowing you're going into this game against another top passer in Cam Ward, and then you guys go down 21-0, how did that kind of motivate you and the rest of the offense to kind of get going and then fall on the right side of a shootout?
Yeah, I mean, I think that on offense, we knew that we were going to have to start putting some points up to help our defense out. And I knew it was a matter of time until they started getting stops. And I think we did a really good job of that. And I said to LeQuint when we were down 21, I was like, you know, we score, get a stop, score again, down 7 at halftime, and then we get the ball back first and be able to tie it up. And that's exactly what happened. You know, coming in, we knew we were going to score points. They're a really good offense, really good quarterback. But I had a lot of confidence in us. And I knew that, you know, we could go toe-to-toe with them. And then our defense was going to come up and make a big play.
Last question to Chris.
Jackson, goofy question, especially coming from me, but the touchdown celebration.
Yeah.
What is that?
You gotta be a certified striker, man. Certified striker. Yeah. Real physical football on the team. Now, that's all it is, man. You just coach always preaches physicality. So you know, Coach Nick Williams and Coach Fidel, you know, and me, we all came up with the certified striker. So man, you just gotta go out there and strike. Certified striker. Yes, sir.
Thanks, guys.